Alright guys, I'm back. I finally got this situated. I ended up having to turn the engine over by hand, which was not very fun. Anyway, it's on the... Okay, I got it at TDC on the compression stroke on number 1, which will allow you to adjust the intake and exhaust on number 1, the exhaust on number 2, and the intake on number 3. The way I did this was I got my, I took my number 1 spark plug out and rotated it until it was on the compression stroke, and you watch the piston come up, and when it stops right before it goes back down, you're either in time or you're 180 out. So, and if it was at TDC on the compression stroke on number 1, you will be able to move the intake and the exhaust on number 1. Like I said, the exhaust on number 2 and the intake on number 3, and all of them do wiggle. Okay, the valve specs are: intake is 15 thousandths, exhaust is 18 thousandths, but it allows a 14 to 16 thousandths on the intake and a 17 to a 19 thousandths on the exhaust. It gives you a little bit of play. So I'm gonna check my intake, and it should be pretty much between 14 and 16, and I believe it's good. Hold on, I gotta move this one over. It's got that's a 14 thousandths. It's got a little bit of yeah, that one's good. And then the other intake we check is on number 3. I can't fit the 16 in there. 14 goes in, so that one's good. So both the intakes on that one are good. Now on the exhaust, which my freaking feeler gauge just decided to... There's 18. I had to grab it out again. Let's see. And then the exhaust, number 1. That one's good. And then the exhaust on number, excuse me, might tweak it just a little, maybe. I think it'll be alright. So, yeah, they're all good. So what I have to do now is rotate the engine over a full revolution at the crank, and then I'll be able to adjust the exhaust on number 3 and the intake on number 2. Yeah, the intake on number 2. And the way, like I said, the way you know is once you spin it over, they should have play in it. I mean, but of course, I don't know how y'all can see that, but yeah, that one's pretty compressed. So that's what I'm going to have to do, and then I will be back with that. Okay, I've spun it over. I'm on the exhaust stroke on number 1, and that's where I'm going to adjust the intake on number 2 and the exhaust on number 3. I don't know how well you can hear that. Pretty sure that's my clicking. That one's got a lot of play in it, a lot. Where the heck did I put it? My feeler gauge only goes to 25 thousandths, and I can stick that 25 thousandths in with almost no resistance. I mean, I barely feel anything, and it should be no more than I believe it was 19 thousandths. I stick my, if I can get the stinking thing to turn. Feeler gauge is being a pain. It'll make me cuss, and it's Sunday. Okay, there's the 18. 18 just slides around like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. So I'm pretty sure that that is my noise I've been hearing. So, and it's a 7/16, and they take quite a bit to torque them down. I'm gonna have to put the camera down when I tighten this because it takes quite a bit to turn these. So I'll be right back. Alright, I got everything adjusted. I only had to adjust or tighten down the exhaust on number 3 a little bit. But yeah, that's how you do it. You just tighten these down right here on your rocker. And I'm going to clean it up and try to put it back together. And kind of debating on how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it back together, and before I put the hood and the air breather back on, I think I might try to start it. It'll be alright just to run it without the breather for a minute, just to make sure everything's good. Okay guys, I got it kind of just buttoned up enough to where I can start it. I don't have the breather with the filter on it. It'll be okay for just a minute. Got the battery just temporarily hooked up. I don't have, like I said, this isn't going to be the way I'm going to leave it. I'm just doing it to start it. Turn the throttle a little bit, make sure she's in neutral so I don't get run over. Stick the key in. Fire in the hole. Wow. Wow, what a difference that made. I had to find a clip of it running before I did the valve adjustment. But that's a big difference. But anyway, I'm gonna start putting this back together. But I guess that's about it. Alright, fire in the hole. Alright. Fire in the hole. Wow. Alright guys, I finished with the valve adjustment, got everything put back together, air box and all. I'm going to take it for a little spin real quick, and I'm going to stop over on the other side of my car. I got to hook the bush hog back up to it, but I'll take y'all on the ride along for that. But before I forget, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thanks for watching this video, and everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and have a great day.